Today, we're going to be taking a look at some more examples of American tourists in the wild. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but be serious. This is manual labor, not vacation.
Every single influencer and TikToker who put the Amalfi Coast on my For You page over the last 2 months deserves jail time. Because while they showed you the gorgeous coastlines and the cute little towns, what they didn't tell you were the disclaimers. First of all, it's impossible to get here. You have to fly into Naples. Then you have to take a train from Naples to Sorrento.
That's not far. I've done that, but I've... What do you mean it's impossible to get there? Oh my god, what do you mean it's impossible to get there? It's like Sorrento is an hour from Naples. What do you mean it's impossible to get there? Oh, it's a pilgrimage, you know. You have to get a direct flight into Naples, and then you need to get a train.
Waiting for a ferry to get on a ferry with all of your luggage. Mind you, we've been in Europe for 2 weeks.
That sounds about right. Also, Americans pack so much stuff, don't they? Like, she says she's been in Europe for 2.5 weeks. Americans pack, like, an excessive amount of things. When I go away for 2 weeks, I can pack 2 weeks worth of clothes and everything in my backpack and my little carry-on. You see Americans on holiday and they've got, like, 2 massive suitcases, each a huge backpack. It's crazy. Like, are you taking your duvet with you? Are you taking an iron with you? What are you taking with you?
Get to Amalfi Coast, finally. Then, to get to the highest of the high points, the beautiful hotels with the gorgeous, there's no streets here. There's no cars driving. So you have to walk up 160 stairs with all of your luggage.
Lol. All I have to say to that is lol. If you didn't want to do that, you should have probably looked it up beforehand. What do you think? There was going to be a massive highway with a McDonald's and a Walmart on that leads you to your hotel?
The Amalfi Coast doesn't have the infrastructure to support this tourism.
I love how she's gone up to this viewpoint and she's like, oh my god, it's so beautiful, and then she's just sat on TikTok complaining. Enjoy the view. Enjoy the view. It's impossible to get there. Explains how they got there. American preaches on train in Sydney and passengers ask for silence.
All right, I'm not here to offend anyone. I'm here to give you hope. My name is Philip Blair. I'm from the United States. I want to talk to you about where you're going in life, right? We're all rushing through life. We're all on a train. We're all going somewhere. I want to ask you, what is the purpose of your life?
What do people like this think they're actually going to achieve with this? I don't know what he's going to say yet, but I think I have a fairly good idea. No one on this train is going to listen to him. No one listens to the man preaching on a train. Everyone just... Anytime I've been on a train or a tube or a bus or whatever and someone's gotten up and started preaching, I've just tuned them out completely.
And I'm not trying to talk to you about religion. I'm here to talk to you so that you might have hope.
Yeah, but you are there to talk to them about religion, because that's exactly what you're doing. Woman visiting Korea films and shames guy for not looking like K-pop idols. Well, that's just mean. There's nothing wrong with any of these people she's filming. They're just guys. Oh man, what's going on here? What did you expect all of them to look like? Nobody looks like this. This bloke has had his head clearly photoshopped onto this body. This person's a fucking idiot. She's just filming dudes. She's just filming guys. What? Did she actually expect everyone in Korea to look like this very clearly, heavily photoshopped image? What the fuck is going on in this person's head?
We've been catfished.
No, you haven't. What are you talking about? If this flag offends you, I'll help you pack. Meanwhile, he is... He is at, I think that's the Pantheon. I could be wrong. Yeah, the Pantheon. He's at the Pantheon. You'll help them pack and go where? Don't know if you've noticed, mate, but you're not in America. American tourist sees an Irish parade. When you're just trying to take a shortcut on your island road trip, but you end up in the middle of an Irish parade. That's not an Irish parade. Yeah. You might be on the island of Ireland, but that's not an Irish parade. Somebody already told her, bless her, she was mortified to find out. Fair enough. Like, I don't think, like, unless you have some form of like historical knowledge of Ireland, which I assume most American tourists don't have, you probably wouldn't know.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that this was a controversial thing. I thought I just stumbled upon a parade out in the Irish countryside. Turns out major politically divisive situation going on.
Yeah, that's certainly one way to put it. American causes a scene over $6 in Thailand. What? Okay, I can't show that because he just fucking punches the guy. Over $6. Like, I swear, Westerners get so like weird in like countries like Thailand, India and stuff when it comes to very small amounts of money. But it was in a video a couple weeks ago that I posted that a guy was literally haggling over about 5 or 10p with a guy. And it's like, just give him the money. Like, that's nothing. You're throwing fists over $6. Come on. Us the moment we can find water because Europeans don't believe in water. I don't know where these people go, but to be fair, when you go to an American restaurant, they are constantly topping up your water. But I don't know where this myth has come from that like when you go to a European restaurant, they will just starve you of water. You just have to ask for water and they will bring you water. I was traveling in China several years ago with a young Chinese couple. The wife asked me why America is so great. I started pointing out all the roads, cell phones, cars, computers, among other results of America. I mean, I think like I know one of those things is an American invention. Roads definitely aren't. I said this is all American innovation and it's now everywhere in the world. She smiled and said she understood. She dreams of coming to America. We are the innovators of the world. How does this only have 56 dislikes compared to 748 likes?
I'm an American who moved to Belgium and it is amazing, truly, how comfortable Europeans...
I've got to ask, why would you move to Belgium? Like, as an American, why would you move to Belgium? I'm sorry to all the Belgians out there. Belgium is boring. It's very boring. It's so boring. Why would you travel halfway around the world to live in Belgium? Are you a politician? What's going on?
Shitting on my country, my culture, and the people of my country.
Yeah, because it's funny. I don't know.
I want to talk about it, especially because it would not be accepted towards any other country, but the US it's fine.
No, we all do it to each other. Like in Europe, we all do it to each other. Like I just said, Belgium was fucking boring. You know, I call France smelly all the time. We all chat shit about a fair amount of nations. You are allowed to do it to the US. You definitely are, as the US are allowed to do it to us.
People come up to me, make jokes about Americans are so fat. Oh, and they don't know geography.
Are they wrong? Are they incorrect?
And their schooling is shit. The education is shit. People are really dumb. They're not hardworking. They're pretty lazy.
Okay, that's not true. Americans aren't lazy. Like, they are very hardworking, very ambitious, very ambitious. The other things are true, though.
The majority of these people are wearing all American brands, consuming all American artists, and streaming all American shows.
I mean, I don't think they are. I don't think that's true. Well, we only consume American things. I don't think that's true. I think a lot of what we consume is American just because it's the biggest English-speaking nation in the world. So obviously a lot of the music and films and TV shows are going to come from there. But I'd say like far less than half of the stuff I consume is American.
You like it when it entertains you, but then also want to actively shit on it.
Yeah, because it's funny. Like what? It's funny. You know, have a joke. Can you not have a banter every now and then about America? I think you can.
Politically, my country's on fire right now, actually burning to the ground. So if people want to talk about politics all day, every day, I'm here to entertain that and actually like laugh at the jokes and agree with you.
This very much gives, you know, I could take a joke. I could take a joke every now and then. I love a joke as much as the next guy, but that was too far. I hate it when people say shit like that. Like, I could take a joke. No, you can't. If you're having to say, I could take a joke, but you can't take a joke. American tourist calls the Italian police at midnight. A client called the police on us after doing something completely illegal. Last night I was working my shift at a bar from 8 p.m. to 2 p.m. I'm guessing that's supposed to say 2 a.m. It's important to mention that this bar is in Italy next to a very touristy area, but in a small city where everyone knows each other. Around 11:30, I sit a couple of American tourists at a table, and the first thing they do is get angry when I explain to them that we don't make pasta, we are a bar, and it was like, but you're in Italy. Yeah, surely you make pasta. Surely you've got a little old lady out back making pasta somewhere. At midnight, a group of guys arrive and ask me for a series of drinks to celebrate an 18th birthday, the most important birthday here. And after a moment, I serve them. At this point, the lady stops me and asks why I didn't ask for their documents. And so I explain calmly that I know them all and that among them, there is also my brother. So I'm sure they are adults. The lady doesn't say anything and I continue to work until about half an hour later. The police arrived, explaining to me that someone had called the police about selling alcohol to minors. At that point, the lady gets up and explains that she called about that table of kids. And after I explained to the officer what happened, the lady refused to speak to me. He started asking for everyone's documents, confirming that they were adults. The lady then, after understanding what had happened, instead of apologizing, started saying that we are a country of uncivilized people who allow 18-year-old children to get drunk. Why do America, like... In America, it seems, I think I said this in the last video I made about this, America has like a tendency to infantilize people like well beyond the point where they should be infantilized. Basically, everywhere else in the world, you are allowed to drink from 18 years old. If not in some countries, I think Germany, it's like 16, which I think that's too young. I think 16 is too young to be drinking. I don't want to go to the pub and be surrounded by 16-year-olds.
Americans in Italy are just hilarious. So I'm in Rome at the moment, and we were just in a restaurant, and these American ladies were sat at the table next to us, and they'd sat down for about 5 minutes, and they were just getting so angry. And they called the waiter over and they were like, "Excuse me, we're starving, can we order please?" They'd literally been sat down for 5 minutes.
Yeah, to be fair, like, when you go to America, you sit down and the service is, like, it's impeccable. Like, you do have to tip it. Well, you don't have to, but you're a dick if you don't. I think the service out there is worth the tip. Their service out there is incredible. So I think if you land in a country you've never been to before and you have to wait 5 minutes for service, I don't know if it's cause to complain, but, like, in America, that's basically unheard of. It must be a bit of a culture shock, I imagine, for them. Well, I'm going to leave it there for this video. Like and subscribe, or you'll have to wait 5 minutes at the next restaurant you go to.